Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Sarv's Test Lab. Today we're going to be answering a question that a lot of my friends have been asking me recently. What iPhone should I buy in 2020? Before we get started, really quickly, I saw in my YouTube analytics that almost 50% of my viewers are not actually subscribed to me. And I'm actually on a mission trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of this year. So I would really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button down below. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first iPhone that we're going to be talking about is the iPhone SE. So the iPhone SE came out in around March of this year, and it was a really good phone for the price, so a lot of people started making videos on it. So the iPhone SE is an amazing budget phone. If you're looking for a phone under $500, this could be the best phone you could buy. Additionally, it has the top-of-the-line specs from iPhones. It has the same A13 Bionic processor from the iPhone 11 Pro. It has the same main camera as the iPhone 11, and it has a great battery, and all around it's going to be a familiar iPhone for the price. So this looks like one of the best phones you could possibly get under $500. Next up, we have the iPhone X and the iPhone XS Max. So the iPhone X and the XS Max are going to be amazing phones for the value. So normally you can find these on sale for around $600-ish, although it can be more expensive than that. But this is a great deal because Apple originally started selling these for almost $1,000. So if you can find them for $600, that's almost 40% off, which is an amazing deal. So the iPhone X and the iPhone XS Max are among my top picks for the value. The reason for that being its design is incredible. So it has the stainless steel border, it has a glass back with the wireless charging, and in my opinion, it's like the perfect sized phone. I can fit in one hand and I can type with just one hand, I can send messages, I can reach every corner of the phone. So this is a really good designed phone. Additionally, it has an amazing processor. It feels just as fast as the day I bought it. So this is going to be a very good phone for a very long time. And next, it has an OLED screen, which is what sets it apart from the iPhone 11. An OLED screen is a huge game changer, as it can turn on and off individual pixels. So if you have a black screen, it's going to turn off all your pixels. If you have blacks in a photo, it's going to show you true blacks. Whereas if you had an LED phone, like on the iPhone 11, it would just show you like a dark blue, which isn't quite black. So OLED unlocks a huge array of different colors, so the screen is going to be looking a lot more vibrant, it's going to look a lot more deep, and it's going to look a lot greater than the iPhone 11 would show you. So an OLED screen is great, which is why the iPhone X and XS Max are great picks for value. Next up, we have the iPhone XR. So the iPhone XR is not that great for the value. Since Apple still sells it, you're not going to find it for under $500. So the iPhone XR, I can't really recommend it to you guys. If you are looking for a cheaper end phone from Apple, I would definitely say pay a little bit more and get the iPhone 11, as that'll get you more for your money, and it'll have the better specs, it'll have the better camera and the better battery. So I would say if you're looking at the iPhone XR, go for the iPhone 11 or wait for the iPhone 12 that's coming out this year. Next up, we have the iPhone 11. So the iPhone 11 is a great phone. Has the latest chipset from Apple, the A13 Bionic, has the wide camera lens, and it's really great for video. I've shot a lot of my videos on this camera, and I think the results are amazing. The only thing that I don't really like about this phone are, number one, the build quality. In my opinion, it's a little bit too big, so it doesn't really fit in my hands that well, and it has the aluminum borders. The build quality for me just isn't there. For build quality, I would definitely give it to the iPhone X over the iPhone 11. But the iPhone 11 is still a great option. It's still a great option for your value because it comes in at around $700 or $750. If you are using it with a case, that's definitely not an issue. The other issue I found with this was the LED screen. The LED screen is totally fine if you don't really pay attention that much to things like the screen, or like if it's OLED or if it's LED or LCD. If you don't really care about that stuff, this is going to be a really good phone for the value. But if you do care about that, I would say go with the iPhone X or the XS. Additionally, if you can wait for the iPhone 12, I believe this price will be knocked down a little bit and the iPhone 12 is going to be a little bit of a better value. So if you can wait for the iPhone 12, pick that up instead of this. And next we have the iPhone 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max. So these phones are going to be the latest and greatest from Apple. It's going to have the latest chipset, it's going to have the best cameras, it's going to have the best batteries, and it's going to be amazing overall. You're not going to be disappointed if you pick up this phone. It is incredibly fast, but if you can wait, I would say go with the iPhone 12 series. They're going to be releasing the iPhone 12 Pro, and they're going to be updating the features. It's going to have a better build quality. It's going to change the design a little bit. So if you can wait, and if you're willing to pay upwards of $1,000 for your phone, I would say wait for the iPhone 12. So that brings us to the iPhone 12 series. So the iPhone 12 series will be introducing 4 more phones. It's going to be the iPhone 12, which is going to be replacing the iPhone 11. There's going to be an iPhone 12 5.4 inch, which is going to be a pretty small phone. It's going to be a really good compact phone. It's going to have an OLED screen. So it's going to have a lot of the same features as the higher end phones, just on a smaller display and a smaller screen. And then of course it's going to have the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So those phones are going to be incredible. It's going to have a 90 Hz display, it's going to have top of the line camera, it's going to have the best battery, it's going to have the best processor, and they're going to be shrinking the notch. So those phones are going to be incredible for the price. It's going to dethrone the iPhone 11 Pro. So if you can wait, I would say, and you're willing to pay more than $1,000, go with the iPhone 12 Pro series. You will not be disappointed by it whatsoever. So out of these phones, I'm going to be having 3 different winners, and I'll say which phone wins what prize or which category. So the first category is budget. So if you're on a budget, if you want a phone for a really cheap price, I would definitely go with the iPhone SE. It's going to be a familiar iPhone, it's going to have great specs, it's going to have everything great, and it's under $500, which is what makes it amazing. There's very little compromise. The only few compromises is the huge bezels, the not so great screen, and it won't have the wide angle camera lens. But if that's not really an issue for you and you're just using it because it's an iPhone or it's a phone, I would say go with the SE. Our next category is value. So for value, we have 2 winners. First, we have the iPhone 10 and 10s. Second, we have the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 12 that's coming out later this year. So if you want the best specs on your phone, if you want it to be the fastest possible, if you want to have the best camera possible, and you want it to have really good battery life, I would say go with the iPhone 11. That's going to fill in all your boxes. But if you don't really care that much about the camera and if it's the latest phone, and all you want is a really fast phone, and you like the concept of an OLED screen, and you want the really good build quality, I would say go with the iPhone 10, as that's going to be really good value for the money. Now these 2 phones are going to be very similar price range, so it all comes down to what features you're looking for in a phone and what features you don't want to skimp on. So those are going to be my 2 winners for the value. And finally, we have the no budget phone. Under this category, you're going to be looking at the best possible phones you can buy for the money, and that's going to go to the iPhone 11 Pro series and the iPhone 12 Pro series that are going to come out this year. So obviously these are going to be the latest and greatest from Apple. They're going to have the latest chipset, they're going to have the best cameras, the best battery, the best screen. So if you want a good phone and you don't have a budget, go with these. You won't be disappointed whatsoever. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think of my new camera setup that I have here with the DSLR. Anyways, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time on Saurav's Test Lab. Bye.